see Erik Jones, Austin Dillon. Jones has about a 2-second lead over Austin Dillon. They're running two different lines. Way up the racetrack is Erik Jones. Down toward the bottom, Austin Dillon. Through that turn, they're going to do the same thing on the opposite end of the track as they go down the backstretch, chasing after that 42 of Kyle Larson.
It definitely looks like the 20 of Erik Jones has made some improvements on that pit stop, Rick. We keep seeing some sparks on the right side of the 20, but consistently running a little faster than our leader, the 42 car.
Kyle Larson trying to hold on to that top spot. Larson already has led 56 of the 89 laps run. Erik Jones out front for 29 laps. Darrell Wallace Jr. has led 4 this evening as we ride along with Bubba. There's Ty Dillon looking at the inside.
As we're riding along, listen to the throttle. Listen how much throttle Darrell Wallace Jr. uses. This is a fast half mile. Requires the driver to be really aggressive, use a lot of throttle.
And once again, all over the racetrack, guys choosing different lines to run, as Kyle Larson has a mirror full of Erik Jones now.
Well, these two are running the exact same line as the 20 turns off the wall early. Gets good run on corner exit. Will he be able to clear him on corner entry here?
Kyle got a little high in the middle of the corner, got right against the wall, got slow, then able the 20 to get next to him. Let's see if he can pull the pass off. That's what's so hard about the bottom, is you can get next to him, but can you pull the pass off?
That time, the 20 of Erik Jones took to the bottom of the racetrack, wasn't able to keep up with the momentum built up by Kyle Larson as Larson gets a little bit loose coming up on the back bumper of TJ Bell in the 97.
20 Jones has to keep the pressure up right now, because as you start catching these lap cars, maybe you can catch him in a bad spot. Make it 3 wide, do whatever you got to do. Right now is a shot. Can he make this work?
Erik Jones to the inside, and they're going to make it 3 wide. Kyle Larson 3 wide, trying to get by the lap traffic. He gets by the 14, able to clear Hermie Sadler.
Look how quick this lap traffic brought Austin Dillon right back in the mix in that 2 car.
Knowing you're this fast and you can catch that lap traffic, I believe that the strategy for Erik Jones, now that the line is moved up the racetrack, is if he's got to stay in close contact with Larson. Catch Larson in a bad spot, in traffic, try to get around him on the outside, in the middle, make it 3 wide, do something that set a pick with a slower car. That's got to be the strategy.
And Jeff, remember early in the race, Austin Dillon fell back to the 9th position. His spotter, Andy Houston, said, move up high, that's where all the speed seems to be. And he took off. He went up to the 5th position. And then at the end of the run, this is what they adjusted for on the stop. He said, I'm just too tight to run the top. We have to fix it in order for me to run the top like I want. Obviously, they fixed that. They did a wedge adjustment. Austin able to run the top, happy with the car right now.
Erik Jones not giving Kyle Larson any breathing room at all here at Bristol. And once again, Kyle Larson's going to go to the middle.
And this is what we talked about. We talked about those drivers on the chase bubble. This is the exact point. You can't protect. This is our race leader. Look how aggressive he has to be to get through traffic.
Kyle Larson is aggressive, but he has to be that way if he wants to stay in front of Erik Jones.
Look who's sneaking up in 4th place already after that slow pit stop. He's found his way all the way up to 4th. Remember, he started in the back at the start of this race, worked his way up, had a bad pit stop. Now he's got to overcome that, but now he can see the leader. Didn't think about seeing a leader where he started the race. Now he's on the same straight as they are.
And Jeff, that bad pit stop was a result of the jack being laid on the hose of the tire gun of the front tire changer. He couldn't even put the lug nuts, take the lug nuts off, and so until they got that jack off the hose, they had to wait on the pit stop, and he's made up all those positions and more.
Little mistakes, Steve. Little things can happen and set it back. They have a very fast car to be able to overcome those mistakes. But if that mistake happens at the wrong time of the race, you don't have enough time to overcome it.
Xfinity Series, the tagline is where names are made right now. 24-year-old Kyle Larson out in front of 20-year-old Erik Jones. Kyle Busch, the elder statesman, the winningest driver in the Xfinity Series, running 3rd. And when I say elder statesman, Kyle Busch barely 30.
Barely 30, but years and years of experience.
And guys, you can see much different on this run for Erik Jones as he stalks Kyle Larson for the lead. Remember, he said he was a 6th loose, just couldn't keep up with the 42 last time. Steve, you said they made adjustments. They made a lot of adjustments. 2 rounds down on the track bar as he goes for the lead and gets it from Kyle Larson for a moment.
with that move, that allowed the 18 of Kyle Busch to move up and challenge for second. He's not going to be able to take the spot away yet, though.
That's what's so difficult now that you have a fast car and Kyle Busch behind you. If you're Erik Jones, you're afraid to make that move on the bottom, because if you make that move to the bottom and it doesn't work, Kyle Busch is going to jump on the outside of you and take that spot. So almost think about it like a restrictor plate race, where if you get out of the draft and the cars go around you, that's the mentality Erik Jones has to have. But you can't ride around a second not trying to pass the leader. So you have to time it right. You have to try to find, again, to set a pick, something. But if you make the move at the wrong time, Kyle Busch will jump on it and take that spot.
And how difficult the weekend has been for these Xfinity guys. Had 2 practices scheduled on Thursday. 1 got rained out, Rick, but all of their laps have been around the bottom of the racetrack. This is the first we've seen the top groove be the preferred groove as it been for most of the race.
Kyle Larson running up high. Erik Jones chasing after, and Kyle Busch running third at Bristol.